Hello all, welcome to my channel on Android. Today I will demonstrate you the concept of RecyclerView and CardView. Let's start with the project. First of all, you can click on Start New Android Studio Project. Then you can choose the empty activity. Then in Next, you can define the name of your application. I am giving the name of the application, that is RecyclerView underscore CardView demo. You can click on finish and then you can start with the application. What I want to display, let me clarify over here. First of all, I want one recycler view in which on left side I want the photo of my faculties, and on right side I want the designation as well as the name of that particular faculty. In short, I want three controls on card view. So let's start with the card view first. So here in resource layout, you can just right click on layout and you can click on new layout resource file. I'm giving the name of my layout, that is my layout. You can just click on enter. Whenever you click on enter, it will give you a one layout file. Here in layout file, you can choose your card view. So just write here card view and then you can download it. Once you download it, it will ask you to would you like to add this now. Here you can click on OK and Gradle building will be configured and it will be successfully added to your project. Then simply you can drag and drop over here, but right now I don't want to drag and drop over here. I want to set this card view as a root tag. So here you can just select this and you can just select your card view. Once your card view is became the root tag, I want that here one linear layout. Here you can select the linear layout, that is horizontal. Once you select the linear layout horizontal, in which I want first image view over here, so you can just simply take one image view and you can choose the launcher background image over here. Once you set the image, the layout weight property will fully add this image over here. Once it is fine, you can take a one more linear layout, that is for the vertical inside this horizontal. So you can just take a linear vertical and drag and drop over here. Here in linear layout vertical, I want to add two more text view over here. One is another one text view over here and the second text view over here. Once you define all this, now it's a time to define where we need a match parent and where we need a wrap content. So here in inside linear layout, I want that this vertical should be wrap content width and height should be a wrap content also. Once it is fine, you can move to your here in card view and you can define that your height should be wrap content. Not only this, you can define the width and height of your image view also. So I am defining the width is 80dp and height is also 80dp. Once it is defined properly, then you can move to your text view and you can give the property over here. Here in text view, I am giving a text style, that is bold text. Here you can define the style for the text. I'm giving the large. Here in text view also you can define the style. I am giving here large here also. Same you can define with the gravity property. So gravity is a center, so you can move your text view to the center portion. Same you can define over here, that is gravity center. Once it is done, you can define the parameter over here in card view. So here in card view you can define the card use compact padding, that should be true. What it will do, it will define everything with the compact padding. Then you can define the card corner radius. Corner radius I am giving here 25 dp. So it will see here the corner radius is a change with the 25 density in pixel. Then you can define the content padding. For example, content padding I am giving that value is 5 density in pixel. As well as now I want to define the background color of the card. So here you can define the static color. For example, I am writing here F00. It will define the background color, that is red. But I don't want to paste the put the red background color. So here you can choose color from the palette. Here I am selecting the blue palette and I am selecting the light blue. Once your defining with the card view is done, you can just check the name of your each control. Right now I had taken three control over here. One is the image view, the name of the control, that is image view. The first text view, that is text view, and the second text view 2. Once all this parameter is done, you done with your card view. Now it's a time to define the recycler view and load here. Here in this image view, I want to display the image of my faculties. So let me copy all the image from here. See, I have the image of all the faculties. Let me copy all this and you can paste this image over here in your project, app, Java, resource, and in drawable folder, right click and you can just paste all the images over here. You can just click OK and see all the images will be available over here in this drawable folder. Once all these images are available in the drawable folder, all the images faculties are available. Now what I want to display, let me clarify again. Here in text view, I want to repeat this card view for every faculty information. For each faculty, I want to display the photo, here name, and here in this text view, I want to display the designation. So we need a one adapter class. So here in Java package, you can just right click over here, new, and you can take the Kotlin file. Here in Kotlin file, you can give the name of your Kotlin file. Suppose I am writing here recycler adapter. So you need to create the class first. Create the class recycler adapter, which extends from RecyclerView, recycler view dot see recycler view is not added to my this project. So first of all, what I need to do here in activity main, you can remove this hello world and I want to put here recycler view. So you can search in this panel and you can just add this recycler view. Once this recycler view is added, see Gradle project is being in sync in progress, and here in Gradle, in build.gradle module app, you can check that two libraries. One is for the recycler view, another is for the card view. It is added over here. If it is not added automatically, then you need to add it is manually. Right now here in there is a one class that is in recycler adapter. I am creating a class recycler adapter which extends from recycler view. Now you can get see here recycler view dot, here you can just press alt enter, recycler view dot adapter. Here in adapter you can define the name of the class. For example, I am writing here recycler adapter. This is the class that I had already created. Dot view holder, you can just pass. This is the class that is not already created, so it will give you an error. You can just alt enter press over here and it will give you an option to create the class. So I am creating the class inside this recycler adapter. Here you can just define that it is my inner class. Here in this inner class view holder, I am passing one parameter, that is item view of type view, right? And this item view I want to pass over here. See here you can press the alt enter and it will be imported. I want this in recycler view dot view holder, and in here in view holder you can just pass your item view. Once it is done, you need to override the three methods of the recycler adapter, and that three method is create view holder, get item count, and Unbind view holder. Here in inner class we need to define all these things, but before this let me define my variable. So I am just declaring my variable faculty name is equal to. Now I need to define name of the faculties. So here I'm just giving the name of the faculty. For example, Dr. Parag C. Shukla. Here you can define the name of the second faculty, and then you can define all the faculties name. For example, right now I am writing the faculty name, that is Dr. Kalpesh Popat. Here you can mention in bracket, because right now he is pursuing the PhD. Here you can mention the Sri Shah. Let me define the prefix, that is Professor Sri Shah. Here you can mention one more faculty name. For example, Dr. Ankit Faldu, and here you can add one more faculty name, that is Neeraj Bagchandani. Right now there are 6 faculties I added over here. Not only this, I need to define the designation respectively. So I am writing here variable designation is equal to array of, and here you can define the designation respectively. I am just writing here associate professor slash n you can pass, and you can just write head MCA. Right, here you can define again associate professor. For third one, assistant professor. Here you can define again ASSISTANT, assistant professor. You can copy the same thing. You need to do what? You just need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th and 6. Once all this faculty designation is done, now it's a time to define their particular photographs, right? So photograph I already pasted over here in the drawable folder. The identifier of this all this photograph is integer. So I need to take a one variable, that is pictures is equal to int array r dot drawable dot PCS. Why? Because for Parag C. Shukla, the professor, associate professor on head is the designation, and the PCS is his photograph, right? So one by one, you can put faculty photograph respectively. R dot drawable dot KMP, R dot drawable dot, you here you can say SMS, R dot drawable dot, here you can say AJF, R dot drawable dot, here you can say NDB, right? Once all the photographs, designation, name, all these things is available, now it's a time to initialize the value inside the view holder class. So here you can just declare the variable image colon image view, variable faculty name colon text view, variable designation colon text view. Once it is done, we will initialize all these things in initializer block. Here in initializer block, you can just write like this: image is equal to item view is the parameter. Using this parameter, you can get all these things. So find view by ID, and you can just write r dot id dot image view. This is the image view that I already set over here in this my layout, right? So here you can just check image view is there. So I'm just getting that particular ID over here. Here now I'm writing f name is equal to item view dot find view by ID r dot id dot text view. Then you can get designation is equal to item view dot find view by ID r dot id dot text view number 2. Once initialization of all this variable is done, now it's time to on create view holder. In on create view holder, we need to iterate our template. It means we need to bind our layout inflator. So very simple, you can just write like this: value v is equal to layout inflator dot from. Here now see, now parent is the value. Using parent, you can just write like this: parent dot context and dot inflate. In dot inflate, there are 3 basically arguments. One is which layout you want to iterate for every value. So I'm just writing r dot layout dot my layout. It means my card view will be iterated for each parent view. Here you can bind it with the parent, and I don't want to attach it with the root. So I'm just passing here false. You can just return view holder of this way. So your view holder will return all these three values, and my layout having the value that is image view, text view, and text view 2. All this value is binded with the value. But how many times you want to do this? So definitely there are 6 faculties I have. So I want to run it for 6 times. So you can directly write return 6, but it is depend upon the array that is initialized. So you can just write like this: return app name dot size. So here my in app name there are 6 faculty information is available, and for 6 times it will be iterated. Now on bind view holder, what you want to do, that you can mention over here. So holder dot faculty name dot text is equal to, you can just write app name of position. My faculty name position is available. For example, the first faculty position is 0. So for X Shukla will be added to the holder dot first name dot text. Once it is done, you can same repeat to your designation also. So holder dot designation dot text is equal to designation of position. Not only this, same you need to do for the image also. So dot image dot set image resource, here you can mention pics of position. Pics app name and designation are the variable, these are the initialized over here. Once your adapter is done, now it's a time to bind your adapter with your main activity, right? So now you can just drag and drop this recycler view, and you can put it over here in your main activity. You can just click on infer constraint. Once it is done, now in main activity you can set all this adapter data inside this recycler view. So very simple, in main activity you need to initialize the 2 variable. I'm just initializing the first variable, that is adapter. Adapter colon of type, which data type? Obviously recycler view. You need to import this recycler view dot adapter, and here in adapter you can just pass recycler adapter, this is our class, dot view holder. You can definitely add the late initialize modifier, so it will allow you to late initialize. Now I need one more variable. You can just define variable layout manager colon recycler view dot layout manager. Same we will do late initialize. Once this is done, now it's a time to initialize all this variable. So simple, in layout manager is equal to, you can call the function linear layout manager. Simple, alter enter and import this, and here you can pass this layout manager we want to add with the recycler view. So recycler view, this is the name of my in activity main I define one recycler view. Here in design palette you can check, see this is the name of my widget. So recycler view dot layout manager is equal to layout manager. You can define it with the your initialized variable. Once it is done, now it's a time to define your adapter. So simply you can just write adapter is equal to recycler adapter. You can call the constructor. Whenever you call the constructor, it will call all these 4 methods, right? So all these 4 method will be initialized, and now my adapter is ready to initialize all these things. We just need to bind this adapter with the recycler view. So you can just simple write recycler view dot adapter is equal to, you can initialize your adapter. Once all these things is fine, you can test your application. It is very simple. You can just test your application, and your application will be executed on emulator. What it will do first, see, it will Find the linear layout manager, and linear layout manager will be assigned over here, and it will go for the adapter. Here in adapter I did nothing. In adapter I'm getting all this image name, faculty name, designation, and all these things. Once all these things is initialized over here, I'm just adding it with over here. You can just check, see my information about the all the faculties is over available over here. It is a scrollable, and you can just check, see the values available over here. That is depend upon the card view. Here in card view I define the one image. Here two text view, one is for the designation and another is for the faculty name. The same information is available over here. So this is the way you can implement recycler view and card view in your application. That's it from my side. Thank you for listening me. If you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all.